Hello and welcome to the Interactive Technologies presentation, brought to you by the Interactive Technologies team, including Truly Gregory, Jahi Heath, me, Natural Taylor, Noah Ramsden, and Jayden Vidale. Our employer is On-Ramps to Careers, more specifically the Virginia Tech Think-A-Bit Lab. At Think-A-Bit Lab, we work with our supervisor, Jim Eggenreiter, and our other mentors, Rowena, Jing, and Catherine, to work on cooperative and individual research projects. Our work is important because the research we do is a valuable resource for students and everyday people. For example, the pandemics research project that most interns participated in can be used by medical students and citizens to help fight the COVID-19 pandemic. So that's just one example. An interesting feature of Think of It Lab is that they focus mostly on learning from our experiences. So as long as we're learning something new every day, we're doing our job correctly. So what is interactive technology and why do we need it? Well, the short answer is that interactive technology is all around us. You probably use interactive technology just to get on and watch this presentation. But more specifically, interactive technology is the innovation and invention of software systems and concepts that rely on human interaction to be utilized. Examples outside of our presentation are things like touchscreen and Bluetooth, which all require a user and also software to take that user's request in. You can find interactive technology throughout our society, usually to streamline certain experiences and make activities more efficient. Examples are virtual kiosks and fast food restaurants or applications like Uber or Uber Eats, all of which help speed up processes like ordering food or getting food delivered to you. So all of that stuff is just some examples of interactive technology and some of the uses we use it for today.
Hello, my name is Jahi Heath, and the project that I took interest in is building technology. What is building technology? Well, to let you know, building technology plays a major role in how architects and civil engineers select the type of materials to use when creating different structures. More specifically, building technology examines the critical topics such as the use of various materials and their applications. Now, these applications include physical properties, which is basically the material of the component used to create the building. Now, these materials may include metal, brick, wood, or even concrete. Next is the capacities. The capacity is simply the amount of weight the material can withstand over time. Next is weaknesses and the strengths of the material. After that is the procedures for assembling the material. And lastly is the interaction between different materials. Throughout this project, I've learned more about how different materials can be used to create certain structures, which has helped me become more familiar with the many components that correlate with building technologies. In the beginning of my internship, I struggled with time management. However, I overcame this challenge by creating a daily schedule for my work and prioritizing my other responsibilities. The two things that I've learned throughout this internship is the importance of executive functions and how to operate microgrids, which was pretty fun actually. I was introduced to various career choices such as epidemiology, various engineering occupations, and psychology. And lastly, in college, I plan to major in civil engineering or architectural engineering.
Hello, it's Jayden Vidale, and this is my section of the Interactive Technologies project. I worked on digital music production, and my project's goal was to encompass all of the primary applications and softwares that are easy to use, acquire, and learn for primarily high schools, but also elementary, middle, and even college students. The goal was to encompass primary apps and softwares that have a high ease of use, softwares that are not strenuous to acquire, softwares that are easy to learn and navigate, and can be feasibly taught to elementary, middle, and high schoolers. I studied a multitude of applications but settled on two main contenders for the primary software to be used. Logic X, which is manufactured by Apple, and FL Studio, which is created by ImageLine. As a result, FL Studio won out because of its cost-friendly disposition, as it has a free demo version. My future challenges and takeaways from this project. I went to major in sound engineering and music production in college at the SAE Institute of Atlanta or any major technology school. I am also interested in politics and social justice and would like to minor in either sociology or law. What I learned from this experience is that digital audio workstations are catered to professionals and have been since their inception, as they have an air of exclusivity around them. They have begun to come around to introducing new people to music production with free demos, but are usually priced highly and cause people to use their demo to the fullest extent. Thank you for listening, and thank you for reading.
Hello, my name is truly Gregory, and I'm a part of the Interactive Technologies team. My project within this team was to learn more about video game design and video game developing. Video game design is the process of actually creating the content that will be featured within a video game. This includes things such as creating the characters, creating the plotline and storyline of the game, creating the specific mechanisms that will be featured within that game, and creating the setting. On the other hand, you have video game developing, which is the process of actually bringing this video game to life. This process can take a long time, as it requires developers to write thousands upon thousands of lines of code. Of course, it'll depend on the complexity of the video game. However, it would still take a long time. Without these jobs, these jobs would not be able to function without each other, as video game designers require video game developers, and the same vice versa. A great example of this is a game such as Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege was created by three men named Daniel Drapeau, Chris Lee, and Andrew Witz. However, the developers of this video game is a company named Ubisoft Montreal, and without each other, this video game would not have been produced. What I've learned about these types of projects is that these are essential for you, as you're able to learn new and valuable information that you may want to explore more. Additionally, these types of projects can expose you to new careers that you may want to pursue later on in your life. Now onto my future and what I want to do. I plan on attending Hawaii University at Manoa and get a major in a language, I'm not sure which one, and get a minor in some sort of branch of engineering. And for my career, I want to enlist in the Marines or Air Force after college and do something with aviation. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Noah. This summer, my project was esports and infrastructural support, where I aim to evaluate the expansion of the esports industry and the factors responsible for its development, while also exploring the barriers that restrict economic opportunity within the field of video game entertainment. Specifically, I looked at growth trends in esports economics, demographics of fans and players, the accessibility of the internet and the esports industry as a whole, and esports coverage in the media. I learned a lot during this internship. Sometimes I faced obstacles, like limited up-to-date resources on my research topics, but finding the information that I wasn't looking for sometimes helped me refine my searches. I also gained a greater understanding of the esports and sports entertainment industries, learning about interesting facts such as the differences in viewership by age groups. This summer, I was also exposed to many ways that the engineering processes can be applied to a task. For example, I used problem-solving steps to guide my research throughout my project. Overall, my project during my internship confirmed my career interest in networking, as I was fascinated by the impact that a strong network infrastructure can have on a country's economic development.
I'm sorry about that. I just took a break to play the game and all of a sudden my time was gone. That actually brings me to my project. What grabs gamers? Addictive features in video games. So the video game industry is one of the fastest growing of all the interactive technologies. It's growing in players by the millions each and every day. And also, industries like esports and streaming have also helped to garner more attention for gaming. With gaming on the rise so much, I thought it was good to take a look at such a relevant and important field. Well, not only for now, but in the future. And the characteristics that draw people to it, as well as keep them hooked onto it. That's the purpose of my project. To see what addictive features are in video games and to see how we could use those features in other applications, like in the classroom or in the workplace. I took a look at 4 very popular games that have amassed millions of hours in gameplay. Fortnite, Minecraft, Candy Crush, and Clash of Clans. 2 of these games are only available on phone or mobile. That's Candy Crush and Clash of Clans. But the other 2, Fortnite and Minecraft, are cross-platform games available on various devices. To the right, you'll see the result of my research project. The most addicting features across all 4 games, which include featured multiplayer, visually pleasing user interface and graphics, and level up mechanics, all of which keep players hooked and keep them coming back. Every project has its obstacles. During my project, some of the challenges I came across were a lack of data on addictive features, finding features that could be applied to multiple games, and choosing which games to use exactly for my project. The way I overcame these problems was, for one, digging around for some more relevant data on those games, choosing specific but easily understood features so that you could still understand what it is, but it covers a lot of different games, and narrowing down to 2 popular mobile games and 2 cross-platform games, so that way I have a nice variety for my data. From this project, I gained a better understanding of why games can eat up so much of my time. Now I know features of interactive technology that captivate users, and this can be applied to a lot of things like in the classroom or in simulations even. In the near future, I plan to study environmental engineering at Harvard University. From this internship, I got to meet fellow aspiring engineers as well as programmers. I also learned more about the creative process and about collaborative research.